Hey, why don't you just go to hell, all right? Oh, sorry, guys. Hey, welcome back to the newest episode of Heavy Metal Music Theory. Today we're going to be looking at a very, very evil song by the great Megadeth. And this one's probably not as well known amongst the casual listeners. We're dealing with the song Go to Hell off of 1995's Hidden Treasures. I believe they wrote this for a movie. The lyrics and the tone on this are freaking killer. I love the song. Let's go through it section by section and we'll see what we got. All right, guys, there you have the intro to Go to Hell. All right. Now, as you guys probably know, if you've seen other Megadeth episodes, Megadeth and Dave Mustaine particularly, they like to write in very, now I don't want to say predictable ways, but we use the use of chromaticism, certain variations of power chords, and it's very scientific the way these guys write stuff. So if you notice what I just did there at the beginning, we create this intro, which goes like this. All right, now that is a B to a G to an F sharp to an F. Technically, that doesn't really fit into any specific key structure. It just sounds really good. We're kind of going down, creating like a major third shape, and then we have like a perfect fourth if we consider that B to be the root, and then we have the tritone on the F, all right? So we're using intervals that work, chromaticism, tritones, and then we're adding what I would consider to be like the money note at the end of that phrase. And what you notice there is that the intro part stays the same. The note that comes after changes, but it's not random. We're going up to E, and then we're dropping down to E flat, D, D flat, and then finally C. So we are moving chromatically down the scale, the chromatic scale. So this is just another example of Dave Mustaine creating a musical theme using intervals and a whole lot of chromaticism, and making that last note the note of, how would we describe it? The money note, or the note that creates the movement. Right? Because that intro part stays the same. So we're just throwing in that note at the end there to make this thing what it is. We're going to skip ahead to the third part here. This is where stuff gets heavy. And this is where he does his little praying section. Now I lay me down to sleep, blah, 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 right? Song is sick. All right, so we're starting off with a perfect fourth interval off of A. All right, so the theoretical structure for this part is a series of perfect fourths, all right, that are chromatic distance from each other, both up and down. So we're starting with a perfect fourth on B, all right, and then we're doing the classic open E chugs, and then we're going to do the B again, and then we're going to move up to C. All right, so assuming that those open E chugs are the root, we're doing the one chord off So we're doing the theme of this section is a perfect fourth interval off B, open E chugs, right? And then we're going to move that perfect fourth interval from B to C, which is kind of a resolution, a half-step resolution. That's the thing about chromatics, right? Is that chromatics are kind of mini resolutions in and of themselves. So going from that B to the C even though it's not a 5-to-1, it still works, right? And then after that, on the next part, continuing with that perfect fourth on B, and then we're moving down chromatically a half step to the B flat. And of course, you also have that open E chug. So we're creating like a 1-5-6 in the key of E minor, and then we're doing a 1-5 flat 5 for the tritone. Shocker. Tritone, always metal.